Hey everyone, Aaron here, and welcome back to Higurashi Part 4. So, last time we had, once again, like Part 1 and 2, it seems like, and yeah, Part 3, we had lunch. I swear, Higurashi, the visual novel for this, is about jokes as much as anything else, but I really wish that, if you guys have not seen Higurashi the anime, you have no idea how bad this is about to get very soon. I mean, like, it might just seem kind of goofy and silly right now, but I always akin Higurashi to being probably one of the best shows for momentum in terms of how it just seems like everything's nice and calm and peaceful, and then all of a sudden you have this. So, anyways, I'm gonna start my timer, 20 minutes, and let's begin. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could all begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there's so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? There's actually a lot of cultures that people don't talk while they eat. They actually stay very quiet. That's still a common thing, actually. It's probably because back then people were busy while eating and didn't have the time to compliment the flavor. That's just you. But just hearing that, it's good. It makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. Aha. Huh? After Rena under an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. I don't think that's how real life works. How? Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious. Rena flushed her red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. That sounds painful. Told Rika-chan for her praise. Ta-da! These are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Renaissance? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Ho ho ho! Well then, allow me to show you. After Sakura flashed Mio and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey. So Rena Oni-chan's lunch? Sakura thought it was yummy too. Satoko looked at it proudly with talking cutesy. What? How is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Rena's limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. Oh, how? Of course, that was asking for the possible. Rena clumped Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against hers. Cute! Satoko's so cute! Take you home, yo! Swish. Stab. Push. Sakura was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mio with me with a defiant gaze. She only took 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick. If it upsets you too much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick. First of all, there wasn't even praise. Satoko, you think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Leon. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is gonna be the one who does it. What? Ho ho ho, why don't I just show me then? The ride of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No. Actually, almost all of it was frozen stuff. Then which one did you make fresh? Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say? Must I? From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchboxes from expression and melted into euphoria. I already know this one, right? Rena turned an even deeper shade of red. The words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face. How can you tell? That I made it. Of course, Mia told me beforehand. It had been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. If it had your smell. Oh my god. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face still completely red, frozen solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits. Or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment, boosh, is a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Please, eat some, Kiichi-kun! There's plenty for you. What? Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth. Knocking me over. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's funny. Okay, say, Kiichi-kun. My head was forcefully laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth, while squealing, one after another, was forced in my mouth more and more apples. How about them apples? How about them apples? Looks like we win. It was actually how she said it. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all. Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it. I claimed victory as my conscience drifted slowly away from me. I don't know why you're drifting away, man. That's not the time. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placing it into her cupped hands, and she seemed at a loss of what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit, I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. Please. That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose. Cute! Tonight, I will take you home. She looked sporadically at her head wobbling back and forth. Then coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a flip, and fixed them back up on her plate. Now they're all just fine, okay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay? Okay? Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered, "This is our victory." What? What? A comeback? I just don't care anymore. Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain. That was actually cute. I like that scene. It was a fun-filled, crazy day, but as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena and Kei-chan, see you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well, and we parted ways with Mion. It ended up with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on the way home. Thanks for coming today, Kiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then well, would you mind taking a little detour with me, maybe? Or maybe? Oh boy, I know where this is going. Oh boy, so now we're getting closer and closer to this part, huh? A detour, is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Now I feel like teasing Rena. I quietly nodded. We're going to the dump. Yep, we're going to the landfill. Traversing a small path and then up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched up before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated. Wow, could not think for a second how to say that. Dilapidated construction site came into view. It's amazing how, like, you'll say words without actually reading them, and then all of a sudden, when you actually have to read them on screen or on like a piece of paper, all of a sudden you just cannot pronounce it. All of a sudden, I hate that. A large heap of garbage spread out toward the swamp. Probably a legal dumping. I recall it being in the newspaper. Oof, it's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here? What was this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Red had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here? Whoa, a new pile! I can't wait, I can't wait! She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from the born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Oh. My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay right there, Kiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my compliment. Don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine, I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I don't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively run around, the surroundings area quickly fell into silence. Except for the cicadas. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Oh, the camera guy? Yeah, there he is. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over me and threw his camera. His body was tan and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa, you surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's to be surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinazawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinazawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph. God, man. I mainly photograph wild birds. Ah, wow. I hate when I can't pronounce words that are freaking easy, too. They can't refuse, you see. So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, the image of a young man in Twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for talking to you, trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt being startled just flew away as he butted me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on about myself. Kiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. I don't know. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomosaki's looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like that if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was a quite disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Boop boop. The dark, dark moment begins. Haha, Kenichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Kenichi-kun. Tomotake's I'm not even gonna try. Quartled. I'm trying to think of that word. Wow. It's so sad I can't pronounce things that I know how to say to in my head. Suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. You know, I give credit to the Let's Players that do visual novels. I have so much more credit for you now that I understand this kind of hardship of reading these things sometimes. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. I mean, from what I talked to one visual novel Let's Player. This is kind of off topic, but I talked to one guy. He always told me that you just have to keep doing them, and as you do them more and more often, you find a kind of pacing. Because, I mean, in general, I think I'm doing a lot better than I first did when I first started these. But I still, like, slip up here and there. Can't say certain words out. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder? Why? It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided just to brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yeah, so listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing, those statues that they always have in front of those fried chicken places? That life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. Oh, cute. I want to take it home. Why would you want to take Colonel Sanders home? I couldn't tell if she decides what cute or not. But, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just took it home, right? It's because it's one at the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it gets dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Thank you. Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi-kun is gonna help. I could take Colonel Sanders home. Ow. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her own dreamy state of mind. I tried to ask her in a way that wouldn't take her off out of her cheery state. Hey Rena, long ago did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though, how. Just wondering if you knew about it, you know. An accident or something? I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here till a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that. So you see, I really don't know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course, would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seemed they hadn't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitaki said, then I had a feeling only Higurashi would know. Ominous. You have received new tips. The Mayabara Mansion, the dam site murder disembowelment, newspaper edition. Ooh. Let me see what that's about real fast. Curious. Since you guys are here, I'll read it with you guys. From the June XX 1979 edition. The Shishibon City Okamiyo police station, June late at night, suspects that were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender has been added to a wanted list nationwide. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom at the 9th p.m., where they all suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On blank at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filled by the Shishibon City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. Blank. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a proportion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on the suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there's multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. That was creepy. Even the music was creepy for that. I'm not going to check that out. So, you know what? I was going to go to 20 minutes, but since we got to chapter 2, or the end of chapter 2, I should say, I'm going to probably save it here. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoy this. So I'm going to save it right now in front of you guys. As always, please like, comment, share. You know, I'm not going to always tell you guys that, but I'm saying since this is the 4th part, I figure I might as well tell you guys to do that. When I get to the 5th part, you probably won't hear me say that much. I might still do it once in a blue moon. But I'll then by now know which one of you guys is watching and which one you really don't care about it. Like I said, guys, you know, and guys and girls, I'm going to finish the series, at least the first part, on this channel because I already started it, and I'm one of those people, I finish things when I start them. Will it come out, you know, all the time? I'll have at least once a week. So if you're new to this channel and you're new to this video series, I will do it once a week. It'll come out, maybe twice, depending on how much people want it. I am doing another Let's Play currently of StarCraft 2 visual novel that I'm also doing. That isn't as popular, I hate to say it, but more so I am working on that one because I started it as my second Let's Play video thing that I did, and I don't know why, but I really don't know why I chose that as my second one, I'll be honest with you, but I figured it'd be kind of cool. But anyways, go check that out if you want more visual novel Let's Plays. I will have more in the future. I'm already going to start working on a few more, but I kind of want to finish one series at a time. I don't want to have 20 different series up at the same time. I think that'd be silly, so having 2 right now is what I'm probably going to do. Once one is done, I'll do another one, and then once that one's done, I'll do another one. But anyways, guys, have a great day, have a great weekend, whenever this